Okay, so the Zoe's slightly more stripped down, and we can answer one other question. So one of the things I didn't know was, is this fault a result of the accident that it had, and maybe some wiring had rubbed through and then that subsequently wiggled and caused the issues, or is this just a random, random fault? Because there's Zoe's and cars have faults and etc. So what I wanted to do was get behind here and check these cables, because there's a loom here, a small loom, and that runs along and then to the other side of the motor, and that's for the rotor position sensor on the motor, so that the motor controller knows the exact position of the motor, because it's a 3-phase motor. So it's got to fire the phases exactly in the right sequence, so that the motor then will turn. And obviously if it does it early or late, the motor could go backwards, which would be a problem. So it's got to know exactly the position. So that all looks fine. They do look like that. That's what it's meant to look like. Renault quality. Yeah, so it's not been squidged. I did wonder whether this sort of radiator pack had been pushed. Well, it has been pushed, but yeah, pushed into the wiring, but that seems not to be the case. So yeah, so the plan for this car is we continue to strip it down. This is the first ZE50 I've stripped down, and there are differences, so that's why I'm not doing it in a time lapse, because I need to take my time and refer to documentation and all that kind of thing. I've not done it 10 times like the other ones. So for example, random changes: the washer bottle on a ZE22 and ZE40, so up to 2019, is here in front of the air conditioning, like a catch tank, can't remember what you call it. Yeah, on this one it's there. They've moved it from there to there, no idea why. But yeah, that obviously doesn't make a big difference when it comes to stripping it down. But we got this CCS here. I mentioned that in a previous video. I can see that a bit better now. So you plug into your Type 2, which is this one. Just for clarity, let's open it. And then if you're doing CCS rapid charging, obviously you're using both of these bits. So this is your DC from your CCS cables, and then this is your AC. So on an earlier Zoe or non-CCS Zoe, you'd obviously only have this top loom, and then this one's an extra one. So when it comes to taking this off, there's some comms. There's a comms plug, and then this is the AC one. So you just clip that off. But because we've got this extra one that goes around there and over there. What it looks like, and I've tried to get the Renault instructions for the powertrain removal for this model, but when we got them, it was the same as the other one. So it didn't have the CCS, no CCS contactor box, all of that's not on there. So it's sort of just a case of proceed with caution, basically, where there's differences. So yeah, there's a contactor box, and I'm 99% sure what I've got to do is get the front under tray off, which is still on there at the moment. So get the car up, get that off. I may move the car a little bit, so I've still got the wheels and things. But yeah, when that's off, I can undo that cable from its connector on the CCS contactor box, DC charging contactor box, and then that will come out. So on any other Zoe, you would just undo this, unclip the AC charging socket, unclip the comms, which is just down there, and then it'd come off. Obviously this one's got an extra part on it, so just a little update there. The damage doesn't look too bad now. We've got, just in terms of the original accident, so I'm happy with the parts that I'm sort of getting and ordering. So this is the slam panel that I've got, a new one. It's obviously completely cracked here. It was cracked here, and they've squidged it back together at the top, but obviously that's not providing any sort of structural assistance. That's terrible. Yeah, and it's all in a pretty poor condition, really. So I need to transfer over the horn and the pedestrian sounder, and obviously the bonnet catch as well, to the other one. Yeah, a little bit different here, because this is a CCS car, so it's got a bracket here that holds up both sets of cables. So on a non-CCS car, it actually goes underneath. There isn't a bracket here. There's just a tiny little bracket round this one, and that just bolts up. But yeah, on these obviously it's got two, and then there's this extra bracket. So it's kind of cool to see the differences. But yeah, I'm taking my time just to just to have a look, really, and yeah, look at interesting things and work it all out. Certainly not going to be the last, but it's good. It's good. So yeah, just a little update. So I'm going to continue to strip it down The radiator pack needs a bit of work. Obviously some cracked parts and things that have moved in the bump, so this clip should be round and then this will be sort of flush along here and not pushed back. Yeah, and just bits and bobs like that really. But so there you go, a little update of where we are now. I'm going to continue to strip it down. I need to get the stack out, so when we get a little bit further on and it's the same as the old ones, I might do a time lapse. I need to move the car over a little bit as well, but yeah, it's all good fun. So yes, I shall continue. And yeah, basically I need to get the motor out, see if the motor is good, because the motor controller issues could have been caused by the motor itself. So we do some tests on the motor, we decide if we're happy with that or not, or if it's got any issues. If it's got any issues, obviously we repair or replace it. And then I've actually got so this box that wraps around the motor, which contains the charger, motor controller, DC-DC converter, all of that kind of stuff. I have got a replacement one of those basically. So it is VIN locked, so there's a little bit of work to be done there, but that is all doable stuff. So that is the plan basically. Strip it down, work out what it needs, put it back together with good parts, see if we need anything else. I've sent requests for prices for the arch liner front and for this bit, which I don't have because no, I needed those until I got here. So other than that, it's all good, and I will catch you later. All right, cheers.